The courtroom was packed with Charles Lynch supporters. During the trial, witnesses spoke out on his behalf. It all started last summer with the rule of the Ladies Professional Golf Association's English-only policy, which appeared to target Korean golfers. As you can see, this festival is loads of fun. Mr. Bowman has refurbished and donated more than 1,000 computers in the greater Los Angeles area. Lynch could face anywhere from 6 to 20 years in prison. In downtown Los Angeles, I'm Marjani Clarke for Eyewitness News. Joseph Bowman, who came to the U.S. from Nigeria, brings new life to old computers. He gives the repaired desktops to people who need them.
When you have a computer, you have the internet service. Believe you me, the world is within your reach.
Mr. Bowman started Computech for Humanity 7 years ago. The nonprofit donates computers to low-income families with children and low-income people with disabilities. Risa Berger has multiple sclerosis. Her young son has cerebral palsy. She says this computer giveaway event will change their lives.
Now I can hopefully spend time on the weekend getting him to try and take advantage of this new technology on the computer to help him achieve more than he's been achieving at school.
My name is Michael Sean Hickey, and I live in South Los Angeles.
Hickey doesn't have much money and suffers from chronic depression.
I've been on Social Security and in desperate need of a computer. This is really my only link to the outside world, short of this and the buses.
Mr. Bowman doesn't have a lot of space. He and his volunteers fix and redistribute the gear as fast as they can. Monitors, keyboards, mice, everything. Virgilia Rodriguez, a struggling mother of 3, says she has never had a computer.
And by having this program that helps the community, it's really good. Thank God for it, you know?
Seeing his refurbished computers in the hands of people who need them is the big payoff for Joseph Bowman.
Thank you.
We can refurbish them and let people have this thing to search for a job, go back to school, and turn the economy around.
Mr. Bowman has refurbished and donated more than 1,000 computers in the greater Los Angeles area. He has also sent more than 30 systems to the Ukraine. Most of the people who receive his computers couldn't get them any other way.
If we help each other, the world will be a beautiful place to live in.
I'm Marjani Clarke in North Hollywood for Valley View News. The medical marijuana dispensary holder, 46-year-old Charles Lynch, was in federal court today. Lynch was convicted last August on 5 federal counts of running and selling to customers under the age of 21 in Morro Bay, California. During the trial, witnesses spoke out on his behalf. But the question still remains, will it be enough to keep him out of prison? One witness suffering from bone cancer says Lynch's medical marijuana gave him relief from nausea. Morro Bay Mayor Janice Peters supports Lynch. She says his business was professional.
Charlie Lynch got trapped between 2 opposing laws, the federal and state law, and for him to be the martyr to that just seems a little bit unfair. I think that he's already been put through a lot, and I think that any further punishment is probably not really merited for a business that he operated openly and under the city municipal codes.
Judge George Rue held off sentencing. He needed clarification from the U.S. Attorney's Office after the U.S. Attorney General Eric Holder announced federal authorities would not prosecute medical shop owners if they complied with local laws. Lynch's attorney later spoke out against the charges.
Just outrageous, outrageous. I think what you're seeing with the Attorney General is a movement away from the absurdity that we've seen, particularly insofar as this case is concerned. So we're asking really for some common sense.
But the government contends that Lynch violated both California law and federal law. Sentencing is set for June 11th. Lynch could face anywhere from 6 to 20 years in prison. In downtown Los Angeles, I'm Marjani Clarke for Eyewitness News. Like in the rest of the city, you hear a lot of languages on this Los Angeles golf course. The matter of language became a big issue for the LPGA. It all started last summer with the rule of the Ladies Professional Golf Association's English-only policy, which appeared to target Korean golfers. The proposal sought to suspend players who could not speak English. California State Senator Leland Yee disagrees with the English-only idea and has introduced legislation to stop it. He says the hate messages he has received are proof this anti-discrimination bill is needed. And Korean professor Tae Kim at Cal State Northridge says he finds the issue perplexing.
To me, it's a paradox. Why the sports that apparently requires the least communication skill trying to enforce the most unusually harsh requirement.
But he also says,
honestly, I think some businesses, language proficiency is very critical, like medical. If you, can speak proper English or proper vocabulary, you're taking a huge risk.
The word language would be added to the other conditions, such as race, sex, and religion, that are protected from discrimination in the Civil Rights Act. Meanwhile, one local golf teacher offers a solution.
If I went to China, I don't have to speak Chinese. I can hire an interpreter. If I go to Russia, I don't have to speak Russian. I can hire an interpreter. Well, the people that are causing this problem in the first place should just keep some interpreters around, because there's going to be people from all over the world. I mean, Angel Cabrera, who just won the Masters Sunday, doesn't speak a whole lot of English, so he gets an interpreter.
That's one idea. But Senator Yee is going forth with his plan to fight against English-only rules on the golf course or anywhere else. The full Senate is set to vote on the issue by the end of this month. In Burbank, I'm Marjani Clarke for Valley View News. Hi, and welcome to CSUN, says Haley McBride and Chase Burton. The wall in the National Center on Deafness displays the whole American Sign Language alphabet, in which Haley and Chase just communicated. Here at the NCOD lobby, students get advisement, register for classes, and get access to their academic needs and events on campus. But there are still challenges that Haley and Chase, who also lost their hearing to spinal meningitis, face.
I have a teacher that constantly walked in front of the interpreter, even though we told them, don't do that, don't do that. So it would be nice if the teachers or the professors here were more culturally aware.
Academic advisor Kristen Macaloso lost her hearing at age 2.
So my job is to give them everything I can to help them get educated about the world out there, so when they go out there, they can get a job someday.
Technology has made it easier for the deaf community at CSUN. This machine is called the Hands-On IPVRS. It allows deaf students to see their friends face-to-face, to chat, since they cannot hear over the phone. I'm Marjani Clarke for Valley View News in Northridge. In the midst of a recession, some retailers are folding under the pressure. Shaq, Kobe, and LeBron in Arizona for some all-star action. Did Jason kill again at the box office? Coming up now on Valley View News. The Disney production High School Musical 3 Senior Year was voted as the favorite movie at the 22nd Annual Nickelodeon's Kids' Choice Awards. Retailers are finally seeing some relief after more than 6 months of decreasing sales. With higher gas prices and post-holiday sales, retail sales in January rose more than 1%, and the stars are aligning once again for Dancing with the Stars Season 8. The lineup includes a Hall of Fame linebacker, singers, and even a wild boy. Steve O from stunt shows like Jackass and Wild Boys is on board. Rapper T.I. is going to jail. T.I. was sentenced in Atlanta to 1 year and 1 day in prison. In order to pay a $100,000 fine, he was convicted of purchasing machine guns and silencers.